We've seen a lot lately about the upcoming release of the DJI Action 2 camera, but despite all the information that's been leaked, there's still a lot we don't know. If you're just a little bit curious, then don't go away. Hey guys, Mike here and welcome back to the channel. Now, I've posted a couple of videos lately about the upcoming release of the DJI Action 2 camera, and in reaction to those videos I've had an equal amount of excitement and questions from my viewers. So whilst we know a lot about the camera so far, there's still a bunch of unanswered questions. A big bunch. So we'll cover those off in this video and see if you have the same concerns, but well, concerns is probably the wrong word. More like there are some things that you really want to see in this camera to make it the perfect one for you, but from what you've seen so far, there's no indication either way on many of those aspects. So I'll go through the list and be sure to tell me in the comment section below if there are any questions you have about the new camera. First up, what's the audio like and how will that perform? And related to that, will the camera have the ability to attach an external microphone? And if so, will you be able to utilize the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth capabilities of the unit to connect to a wireless microphone? Now, this isn't necessarily a good thing just for content creators who may want to configure this for vlogging, but just getting better audio in general. Will the camera have a built-in mount like the last few GoPros? We haven't seen that, but we have seen a variety of mounting accessories, one of which is an action camera type mount, so I wouldn't think so. However, we haven't sighted the bottom of the camera in pictures or drawings, so whilst it's unlikely, I wouldn't necessarily rule it out. Next, can the addition of the new Horizon Steady feature compete with GoPro's Hyper Smooth and Horizon Leveling feature? Well, we don't know the answer until we get one and test it, but it's fair to say they've got one hell of a mountain to climb with that one, as the Horizon Leveling on the Hero 10 is the duck's nuts. It really is amazing. Next, does it have a remote control? Probably no, but I'm sure you'll be able to control it with the app. You can get GoPro smart remotes for the GoPros, and I used to have one and never really used it much, so not sure how much use they are, but there you go. Next, does it have an HDMI out? Nothing would indicate it does, but we don't know for sure just yet. Not sure what sort of priority that is for people though generally. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the GoPro Hero 5 was the last major brand to have an HDMI out. There are a bunch of no-name action cameras on the market these days that have that, but really not sure there's much call for it unless you want it to use for maybe wired streaming or something like that. Now, I've seen a question about what field of view modes it has. Don't know yet, other than the Action 2 sports a 155-degree field of view versus the original Osmo Action that has 145 degrees. I do kind of like how the Osmo Action just had a limited selection of field of views. However, I think in a review I did a while back, I said one or two might be quite nice, like a medium or linear field of view, which suits vlogging like the GoPros have. I've seen a couple of questions about the price and what it will be. No firm details on that just yet, although the Drone XL website have said they think the price will be between $400 and $500. There's quite a few questions about ND filters. I would suspect that third-party manufacturers are already onto that. We don't know the lens configuration yet and how or if it will detach or if it's replaceable, so more details needed on that one. Hey, imagine if you had an internal ND filter that could switch on and off. How cool would that be? Answer, very cool. But probably quite unlikely. There's lots of other reactions that have come through too, not so much questions, just statements of surprise, joy, or intent, ranging from things like that the FPV community are very excited and have been waiting for something like this since the Hero Session 5. And hey, adding to that, there are heaps of Session fans excited about the Action 2. And if you're looking at one for that reason, you've just got to wonder if GoPro is sitting there around a board table going, damn, I knew we should have done another session. I told you, Troy. Don't worry. I'm not going to do a Camera Conspiracies boardroom meeting, or am I? No, I'm not. There have been a lot of GoPro watchers very worried about the overheating issues of the Hero 10 and would have been put off by that, but to be fair to GoPro, they've come out and addressed that, but nonetheless there are people factoring that into their decisions as to whether they should buy one or wait and buy the Action 2. Many people have said that this is a no-brainer, and based on what they've seen so far, they are definitely going to get one, and with many saying that to them, this is the perfect camera. That's a pretty big call, but I can see why people are excited. But now some aren't as excited though, and not that impressed by the form factor, saying that they're disappointed they've lost the front screen, that they should have stayed with the original form factor, but made incremental improvements to the specs, and some people suggested that they wanted more in the way of frame rates. So you can see by all of that, despite having a lot of information about this new camera, there is still heaps we don't know. I'm sure there'll be more leaks over the next couple of weeks, but if you're sitting there going, Action 2, what's that? then you probably need to see this video to get up to speed, and then this one to see an accidental but legit leak on YouTube of what appears to be the finished product. Click on the links on screen and I'll see you over there. Cheers guys.